Greetings, travelers. Welcome to my table. We've got quite a story for you today, so why don't you pull up a chair and stay a while?
Okay. So when we were last with our heroes, they had gotten trapped in Baba Yaga's magical house of horrors
Oof.
and took a week off to handle some personal matters, I guess we could say.
Yes.
So everyone's coming
And our
back.
little robot boy went on the date with our artificer. Oh, so cute.
And
Honestly. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
everybody's coming back all refreshed, rejuvenated, and most importantly, inspired.
Yay! That's the key word for us getting inspiration, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just a catch-all term. I'll take it. But
We all did things to
so
improve ourselves. It only makes sense.
hmm.
Granted,
During the end of this, since I believe we talked about doing this in session proper,
yeah.
Arn is going to try and augury the whole if we were to investigate where the Sphinx thing came from, because checking in is a very good thing. The term of the question is, are we prepared enough to handle investigating where it came from?
Uh, the omens revealed are both weal and woe.
Wheel and well, okay. It's not a well, and it's not a nothing. Appreciated. Um, alright. So, I'm assuming everyone who is at the table right now is probably upstairs sleeping, so Arn will probably be downstairs chatting with Cal, just casual chatter since they're early risers. One might say Cal never needs to rise at all.
More or less.
And he would ask him, like, so, how did the general week go of just us all relaxing?
Bit of hunting down criminal scum. A little bit of personal time. A lot of work. You know how it
Wait till
is.
Namak gets down there.
Any noteworthy criminals that you put away?
Nothing that we've been looking for recently, unfortunately, but still scum nonetheless.
Fair enough.
And that's cute to come downstairs this early morning and sit at the table like a civilized person.
Yeah, we're just kind of still standing over here by the fire for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Like Musket, that's
Um,
normal. Us, we're just hanging out.
Yeah, Musket's, when she's there, she's just surveying the general room because keeping an eye out. Also, she enjoys people.
Notable thing about Cal is he's got his big sword back, and it's got a pink wrapped grip now.
Nice.
what?
The grip, Cal has his big sword back now that he used before, only now it's got a pink grip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was gonna notice that and go, oh, good morning, guys. How was your week?
Tedious, enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I could say the same since alchemy research. Hit and miss.
Oh, that. Well, I made some connections, a few, some guards and one official. Hopefully will help us out. But, Cal, and she looks over with, like, the smirk. How was the date?
I believe one's personal life should remain just that.
Oh, no, 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 honey. I got to help Snelly get all dressed up, so I like to know. Where did you take her?
Arn just kind of does the one eyebrow raise because that's new information to him.
And Nala's just there with, like, a mm-hmm.
We went to a upscale eatery and watched a comedy play.
Mm-hmm. I must say, I was a little surprised when Snelly told me that you were taking her out. Where did this all come from, Mr. Brooding? I don't say robot. I don't know what else to call you.
Technically, he's
Mr. Brooding over here.
technically he's a cyborg, but whatever you want.
So, yeah, because she would know that. Anyway, yeah. Or you're usually in the corner, brooding about something.
Not quite sure. These emotions are still new to me.
That is, and she's just like, it's so cute. She goes, well, I think she enjoyed it. She didn't complain about it, so that's always a perk.
She seemed to be having fun.
She's just like, so, do you understand the implications or the consequences of taking her out on these dates?
More or less.
Oh, oh no! And she looks over at Arms like, our baby boy's growing up.
Still 3.
Oh, it's a love, such a heavy responsibility and feeling.
Ours is kind of letting her do the teasing for the both because poor Cal.
But anywho, so the others are taking a while to get up today.
Yeah.
I guess they still think that they're on the break.
And they probably Katsuki took a while to actually turn around at all, so I think they probably got up to some stuff.
She kind of
Probably-
disappeared for a while.
Yeah.
None of us know she spent the week in jail.
Yeah, and
So
right
Arn
now,
only knows that she wasn't around. Didn't see her at the tavern.
yeah, and right now she doesn't. Nala wouldn't want to know because she just made friends with some guards. So, fuck, I don't know that person, but she goes, well, I guess we can give him a few, but you guys just want to go see what kind of simple rank quests they are this morning?
Sure, why
Sure.
not?
Cool, I'm gonna get some breakfast. You guys ate already? Well, Arn, did you eat already?
Yep.
You'll learn after a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, something
Why
like that.
bother?
Can
why
eat,
bother
doesn't
asking?
need to.
Yeah. Oh my god. But anyway, so now let's gonna go get her breakfast, and she's gonna come back and eat it. Still giving Cal that. She's so proud. But after she eats, and unless anyone else wants to say or do anything, she's ready to go.
Cal ain't got nothing to do just yet.
I'm just throwing something into my actual spell list that I was supposed to already have in, but week's been slow for me and kind of full of things that my parents want me to do. Yikes. But yeah, I'm good to go as far as like continuing on with things.
To the guild we go. Forgot to remove additional party members. That is my bad.
The like silhouettes of them are still around for some reason. Oof.
Okay, so we arrive at the guild as we've done many times before.
Now it's gonna go up and ask the I know her name. Hold on.
One day.
I know it. Oh my god. Hold up. Don't say it. I know it. Oh, we don't have her.
Yeah, she's one of the characters that are in the list. Neither's the guild master.
Genevieve?
Close.
What's her name?
It's Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn. Okay, see? I remember the beginning of the letter, of the name. Um, she greets her and goes, "So, any interesting quests today?"
I've got a couple less intense quests you might be interested in. A couple copper ranks.
That'd be a good warm up for us. What you got?
The town guards need someone to help train new recruits, and local farmers got cows being slaughtered, and they want someone to investigate it.
Oh, maybe we get another parcel of land. What's the reward on these?
The training is 150 each, and the other one is 100 each. Both in gold.
Hmm. Sorry, DM, you cut out. What'd you say?
Both in gold.
Oh, well, I hope so. I haven't been paid in silver. um. Okay. She turns to the other two and go, "So, cow mystery or throwing around recruits?"
Chill with either, or we'll start with the cow mystery one if you guys want to.
Didn't mean to hit that.
Yeah. All right. We'll take both, but we'll start with the cow mystery.
Okay. So she gives us the information, the location of the farm and such. And we set off.
Oh, wait, before we set off. Okay, I still have potions.
Continue. Yeah, I think we're low on potions, but we still have some.
I got 5.
I replenished
Okay,
my
yeah.
one, because I always have one on me. I also have a fire resist potion from my alchemy stuff. Don't think I'm gonna need it, but I have it for the time where it comes up.
Okay, so we make the short journey outside town to the nearby farm. Doesn't take more than half hour, 45 minutes.
Oof.
I forgot to remove party members again. See, I overprepared this time. I had everyone's characters on the sheets, and no one showed up on time.
Also, I just want to point this out. On the actual tavern map, I find it funny that Suki is quite literally the size of Musket. And I'm like, man, some of that don't seem right. Tiny creature, small creature.
They're different sizes on different maps.
Oh my gosh.
So I never bothered to just copy them. Yeah, the farmer's waiting out here near his fields. Waiting on the
Alrighty.
call of whoever answered his quest, tending to his crops and cattle, as it were.
To be honest, Musket's probably the loud one that meows over towards him.
With that, Nala's going to go,
Turn that down just a little.
"Good afternoon, farmer. We hear about your request, about your cows." And she's going to look over at the cow over here and be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, there's a cow currently slaughtered in the middle of the field, as the last occurrence happened just a night ago. The farmer will explain as such.
So, how long has this been a problem for?
It's been occurring for a couple months now.
You waited this long to ask for help?
Well, it's not like it happens every single day. Every couple weeks or so, another cow gets slaughtered. It just seems strange to me.
Hmm.
It's only ever one, and it's only ever at night.
Interesting. Nala, do you mind helping me actually check to see if there's any discernible types of wounds on the cow?
Yeah, that was my next step. Great minds. She looks at the farmer and goes, "Do you mind if we take a look around and investigate?"
That's what I summoned you here for, so you have the...
I'm asking permission.
Can't think of the turn of phrase, but his land is yours to examine.
Thank you, good sir.
Alright.
Run of the land.
I'm
There we
lazy
go.
to do small movements. I'm just like,
All right. You bet you've got better investigation than I do, so I'll give you the assist.
si, senor.
Oh yeah, he's probably better than Cal's. This is only fucking +4.
Musket'll help you because honestly, cat, hello.
Really?
Okay, so with a 25, you can easily discern that the marks that, or the wounds that killed this cow are from fangs and claws. Some sort of beast clearly did this.
How big are the fangs and claws?
Yeah.
About from a medium-sized beast.
Medium-sized beast. Are these like wolf marks? Because I feel like those Arn would be way too familiar with, given more tribal homeland.
They're similar to wolf marks.
Similar.
Not quite.
Alright. He'll point that out, and he'll kind of comment on how they're similar to what a wolf's marks would be, but they can't be. There's just, and he'll point out like the individuality that set them.
Yeah. Ella nods and goes, so out of character, does this kind of look like it's just been killed or eaten too?
It's been partially eaten.
Okay. Where does it just anywhere, or just the guts, or?
The throat's been ripped out, and some of the guts and meat have been torn out from the stomach.
Okay, so with the same investigation, does it seem like a more intelligent creature probably did this because of just the locations of where it was attacked?
Somewhere between intelligence and feral.
Intelligence and feral.
What kind of moon was last night?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Are you a druid?
No, but I think
No.
we paid attention to the sky.
And then history check.
Okay.
You asked if we were a druid. Go on.
It's one of the things druidcraft can do.
Really? Interesting.
Okay, Nala wasn't paying attention last night.
She went to bed early. But Arn clearly remembers when he came out early this morning that it was a full moon hanging in the sky.
Probably as he's explaining and pointing out the individualities, there's just, as they're both thinking, he just kind of says, that's a possibility.
What?
Full moon yesterday.
Do we have werewolf problems around here?
Not that I'm aware.
Cal, do you notice anything? Or any item? Any input?
Cal's
If it has
gonna
something to
look
do
around
with
for
his
any type
eyes.
of tracks around here.
Yeah, Musket's helping you with
Nope.
whatever you're looking for.
I was
Oh.
wrong. Still no.
Still no. Damn it.
Second best stat, garbage rolls in
Wait,
both.
wouldn't it be survival?
For tracks? Yeah, it would be. It'd be nature for like,
Ooh, drop
well,
the
what's
shit.
a werewolf? You know.
No, like, you have to determine what kind of tracks there are.
I mean, I can roll survival, but I only got a 1 in it. It's still no better.
It's better than the 7. But no, well, the 8.
Cal apparently doesn't know how to track this creature. Despite being really good at tracking things down and killing them.
He's like a social investigator, not a nature investigator.
No, he's a urban bounty hunter, not a
Urban bounty.
scout bounty hunter.
So, Aaron will kind of point out, well, it's a shame we don't have somebody like Druidic. I think there's this one It's a radiant spell that can help with the situation. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to, if we're getting involved, take it very cautiously.
Mm-hmm. She goes, actually, let me ask the farmer something. And she's gonna go back and ask, so, Mr. Farmer, since we didn't catch his name,
You didn't ask.
well, usually the introductions are done, but anyway, what is his name then?
His name is John.
Ah, John. That's not gonna be confusing at all.
Mr. Farmer in there, you should be fine.
Yeah, Mr. John Farmer. Now, you say it happens sporadically. Would you say about once a month, or does it happen like maybe 1 to 3 nights and then it stops?
Could be as far apart as 1 month.
Do you hear any howling or wolf activities around during this time?
Miss, I live out in the wilderness. Howling is just the thing we hear.
Fair, but you think this be a more common occurrence, though? Well, we have a theory, but I was just asking for a little more detail. Anything else you can think of that seems odd or just out of place during this time of the month?
Not really. Every now and again, one of my fences gets broke, but that's about it.
Oh. Then have you noticed any broken ones this time around?
I noticed claw marks over by where the dead animal was, but other than that, nothing much.
All right, thank you for your help.
No problem.
She goes, so it might be. He did say that there are, that there's a broken fence that wasn't there before. Where did he point it out? Like over here?
Yeah, somewhere in the general area.
So she's gonna look, point it out to whoever has the highest investigation. No,
Honestly, what Orange probably gonna do, because I already had him roll for looking for checks. I'm going to ask Mike, can I have Muskie, instead of doing survival for it, right? Perception to try and catch like a scent trail, because that's something that seems more appropriate and is more of her skill set.
That is definitely a thing you can do.
Okay. 15.
It's picking up a faint trail coming from this far cliffside over here.
Alright. Musket looks like she kind of like picks her head up and starts kind of looking in a direction. Soft, focused meows. And Ara's gonna say, it seems like she's picked up on something. I couldn't find any tracks when I was looking.
Alright, well, let's follow it then. You ready,
just checked
Cal?
Discord and Becca's not coming. But yeah, I'm
No. Wait, hold on. Is this gonna be a session where progress? No. Kidding.
You're recorded, dummy.
No, it's just more party-sized things, you know? Because we're only 3 people. So, yeah, Musket will start leading us over.
Well, everything I prepared for today can be done with 3 people, it's just some of it gets a little harder.
I'll burn something alive if it needs to be burnt. Otherwise, you know.
But yeah, lead the way.
Okay, I didn't know if you had like a different map you actually.
Yep, continue.
Probably looking something like this.
Yeah. Whoa. That was weird.
You said the top left cliffside, or?
Just, well, yeah, kind of towards the top left.
Okay.
Or towards where that trees are up there.
Them trees.
Yeah, as you approach the trees in question, there's quite a bit of overgrowth climbing up this your cliff face.
Okay. Interesting. If it seems like it's coming directly from that instead of being like kind of upwards scent trail, Muska will just like do a loud meow at it, and yeah, Arn will kind of motion for Cal and Nala to help take the front because potential danger now.
Is it that close?
I mean, it seems like it.
At least that's where the scent trail goes.
Yep. Muska's gonna take a little bit into the air because it don't have flyby. Please no hurt.
Nala's going to take out her sword and shield as they wander through into the forest.
Yep. And Arn's gonna have his weapon and shield drawn just in case.
Kel's gonna have his hand readied on his sword. First stroke, best
Alright.
stroke.
Yep. So as we're approaching the undergrowth, any checks that we need to make to continue on with checking out what's going on here? Is it investigation or?
Yeah, you can make another investigation check.
All right.
Kel will make one too. You're not bad.
Nice.
Investigation! Alright.
Because everyone's rolling them individual, let's do a trend. No, I'm doing it for both of them because let's do a trend. Straight intelligence. Oh, it's an 8, not a 15. Might be. I'm probably looking too much at the growth itself and looking at where it goes rather than looking at it.
More or less, just tracing it up the mountain. Whereas Nala and Cal are noticing that some of it has been recently disturbed and moved from where it would naturally be growing. And there appears to be a small cavernous area behind some of it.
Nala's going to gently pat Aaron on the shoulder and point to where the growth and then you said canvas? Like a tent?
No, crevice.
I think-
is in an
Crevice.
opening.
Yeah, I heard canvas. I was like, okay, that's really weird.
Yeah, someone was out
Yeah,
here
she's-
painting.
This is just one big painting, it's not even overgrowth. So he'll kind of notice and say, oh, was expecting it to be an upward trail. Alright.
I'm ready.
So he'll kind of take up the lead with someone else. I'm assuming this is like a 2 wide thing once we're inside? Or is it 1 wide?
It's just big enough for one medium-sized creature to squeeze in.
Alright, so I guess Sarin will do that since I think he has the highest AC. Best chance of not out.
Currently, yes. Because
Yes.
Cal has weakened armor.
Nah, Cal's gonna surpass me and go beyond at a certain point. I guess Arnold also have a shield of faith up just in case, because if it's a werewolf, you cannot be more careful with that than anything else.
Cal notice what Aaron's doing and begins to, he raises his hand up to his face and begins to recite mantras and brings up a shield of faith of his own.
Nice.
Well, isn't everyone fancy here? Let me just pull out of my pocket a shield of faith. Shit.
If I could upcast it and target more creatures, I actually would.
Oh wait, is Goggles of the Night tunable?
And they are.
I think so.
Sadly.
I don't have the info card for that in here yet.
It's okay. I think I gave it to New Thwarts, so we'll just turn on my gem of brightness.
Yes, we have a gem of brightness and probably 2 people with a little radiant glow for the most of 5 feet light.
Pretty much.
Let's not have bad vision. And Musket will just kind of be on. Let's roll, 'cause it's not on Aaron's shoulder. Yeah,
Alright,
not
since
a
you guys are all
shoulder.
buffed up, she's just gonna squeeze herself in between you two.
Just use this as a meat and metal shield, I guess.
Yes. Yes. Hey, non-magical people, you gotta do what we gotta do.
Mm-hmm. Smooth.
Okay, so who was taking the lead? Aaron, I believe, was.
Yep, because highest AC, you can never be too careful.
Okay, so as you begin to squeeze your way in, you start to hear snarling from the back of this crevice. And with the light
Oh.
now casted by the gem of brightness, you could see a creature with just matted down fur in the back of the opening.
Well, we found him.
Mm-hmm. He's there. Are we supposed to be on a different map? Or still there on this
Still
map?
there. I'm
Okay.
explaining, I just had to grab a different overlay.
So, you said this looks like a furred creature rather than like a humanoid, or is it like? Can you get a little more description of that? I'm sorry.
It's a humanoid-shaped creature with matted down fur.
Alright.
Just kind of huddled up and snarling in the back of the cave. You want to make me a stealth check?
Yes. It doesn't
Nope.
see us?
No.
It doesn't see us? It doesn't see three large people, one with a gem of brightness, as bright as the sun coming in.
I was about to say,
It's
but
more
I
of a
mean,
being quiet. You're shining this light directly ahead, so it wouldn't be able to see through that light.
There, okay, well, I want to give it a try.
Well, if Cal's not one,
okay,
and you
you
doing
know,
no better,
I could roll. I'm sad that I didn't get the same number. I was ready. All right.
Yikes.
who knows? Your
You'll be
disadvantage
summoning
might have
something.
been one.
Hmm.
Yeah, the creature looks up from its huddled snarling and begins to pounce into combat.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, there
Roll
it
that
is.
initiative.
Make sure I click orange too.
God damn, man.
I'll help if I was in the right layer.
For some reason, the tracker doesn't have the pictures, but it doesn't matter. It just looks weird.
Does on mine. That's weird.
Let me refresh. Hold on.
Yeah, why the hell did I close that? Needed it.
Yeah, I think it was me. Give me a quick second. My roll 20 is like, what is functioning? There we go. Yeah, that works. This here.
Okay, so Aaron's up first in combat.
Alright, Well, I did say I can burn something if it looks like it looks like it needs to be burned, so how about I'm like burning it with that's as I open up my sheet again. See, this is why I'm stalling for time. I had to reload, so my sheet's taking a minute. And distances are appropriate even though we're not in a cave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it lunged out, pushing you out into the clearing.
Ah. Before I move proper, are these viable places to stand in, or no?
Yeah, 'cause that's a tree, so you'd be under the tree.
Under the tree. Okay.
Ooh.
We'll do this swingery now, but I will make the thunder honestly ye old radiant because thematic of fighting a changer and you know. Do I have my longsword back from Nala, Kai?
I
Yes.
believe she made mention that she gave it back last
Okay.
session.
Because I was like, what the fuck did I get a +1 longsword?
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
8 and 4 radiant.
Let me delete that, because that's going to confuse the hell out of me.
Okay, so you go to slash at this thing, and your sword catches fast in it, but manages to still pierce through its skin, doing a little bit of damage, but not too ridiculous to this creature's tough hide.
Alright, and we'll use one of my Priest of Zeals and gonna swing at it.
That will also hit.
Nice.
Alright, still staying in theme with radiant damage.
Yeah, okay, again, you bring that long sword back with a backhand, slashing another deep wound across its chest. It's not seeming to recoil too much, but then again, this is a feral creature, so
Yeah, it looks like it's ready to fight rather than ready to...
yeah, it doesn't seem ready to run it anytime soon.
This me move in 2 actions.
Okay, on to creature. Creature noticing that this guy right in front of him is trying to do a whole bunch of damage to him, is going to make a claw attack, which will miss. And having missed that, it lashes out with a bite towards your stomach, which will also miss.
Oh,
I can
shit.
imagine it's
Oh,
trying
no.
to tear through his defenses hard enough that, oh god, that's an effect right there. It's trying to lash out at me and bite me, but it's like, it's too angry to notice. Big shield. So
Yeah,
it's like
pretty
biting
much.
the shield.
Okay, Cal's turn.
Thank goodness you don't have to worry about Cal turning to a werewolf. Yikes.
Cal is a
Metal
humanoid.
werewolf.
Step in front of Nala. Okay.
Cal is considered a humanoid, so he can catch lycanthropy.
That'd be
How
so
can he catch that
weird.
but not get charmed? Or anything, like, or poisoned? You can't get poisoned, right? Like, how, what?
Dungeon and Dragons mechanics.
Pretty much.
Fucking bullshit, that's what it is.
Cal's gonna two-hand swing his newly upgraded sword, which will just barely hit.
Oh, damn.
Roll that damage. My thing wants to fucking scroll. So yeah, Cal tears his sword across this thing's chest, and it seems to just spray blood everywhere. Far more damage than what Art was doing with his attacks.
Wait, it's doing more? Ooh.
Yeah. One of the upgrades Snelly made was to make it silvered.
I thought magic weapons circumvent the need for silvering.
Yeah, but silvering does more damage to were creatures.
Because of werewolf.
Okay.
Werewolves are specifically weak to silvered.
It also does more
It's
damage
more
to
like a
undead and
vulnerability
shit like
thing.
that. But the sword is
Okay.
also considered magical for the sake of overcoming resistances too.
Fair, fair. This is more like a vulnerability than a circumventing their typical resistance to melee.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Get him, Cal.
It's weird I actually
Yeah.
planned this encounter before she told me about changing what the upgrade to the sword was going to be.
You're like, heck yes.
The DM just has like the literal eyes emoji from Discord. Like, okay. Thank you.
that all he's doing?
I was just seeing if it's worth casting another spell. But it's not really. So I'll just make a second attack with Dreamweaver. Also hitting. And doing the same amount of damage. Just 2 strokes. One straight out of the sheath and the other reverse swipe. Just tearing this thing apart.
Good, good.
On to Nala's turn.
Alrighty, so she gets to use her new toy.
Oh jeez.
Oh, yes. Attack action. Da-da-da-da-da.
That'll hit.
Okay. With that, she's going to use.
Give it a second. It's got a strength saving throw. It is grappled.
Sweet. Oh, okay.
I find it a little too funny that it just says 8. It's like, 8 what?
For 8 slashing. But with her second attack, she's going to forego it and use Commander Strike with Cal, so he gets the attack with advantage.
Oh jeez.
Get him.
I don't know why they didn't roll advantage, but 22 will definitely hit. For yet another 14 slashing, doubled to 28.
Muskin could
So
tell
yeah,
she's
Cal's
not
just
needed,
all
so...
about the fucking killing this creature, apparently.
Yeah,
Happy
so
to-
Musket's like, I don't need it. I'm gonna rest in some tree branches.
Pretty much. Okay, is that all Nala's got?
Yes.
Okay, back around to Aaron.
I thought you had 2 attacks, Kai.
I did.
She did. She forgoed the
Commander
other one
Strike
used
lets
to.
me forgoes one of my attacks and use it to another ally.
Oh, right. Okay.
So she pretty much like whips it, gets it all grappled, and along with distracting strike, and it goes, "Get him, Cal!"
It's actually a really cool combo for the way we fight.
Yeah.
As long as we're fighting a single creature, we can easily overpower it. If we're fighting armies, different story.
Oh yeah, no, big mood. That wouldn't be that great to use.
I'm surprised it felt the DC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, that works.
Only has a +2 to strength.
It is slashing, right? Since it's bladed.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what we'll do. Well, because I'm trying to be like, well, you know what, Cal's probably got this really well done, whoop its butt. I think he probably would just do this, be like, let him go.
Giving Cal another attack, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And, swing for good measure. Oof.
Ooh! Boop him.
So yeah, you not wanting Cal to be outdone, or you not wanting to be outdone by Cal, you let out a strike with as much force as you can muster. And I assume you're keeping that radiant?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just with everything you have, just swinging at this, and finally your sword managed to catch deep enough and actually do some serious damage to this thing.
In Oren's mind, he caught up in damage done, probably surpassed a singular hit. Alright, respect given to Cal because he's better at it anyway, so it's a lucky hit. Haste.
Oh, and he gets a
Yeah.
+2 bonus to AC.
Yeah.
If Cal...
Because it probably hates the silvering more than my really good
Yeah.
hits.
If Cal had his full armor class right now, he would be surpassing Oren.
Hmm.
And advantage on dex saves. God damn.
It's nasty. Here's the thing. Shield of Faith can't stack, but Haste and Shield of Faith can.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, let me give you a +4 to AC, advantage on dodging shit.
Wait a minute. Am I gonna be an actual caster at some point? Because I can just buff people and not care? Hell yeah.
Stick to the back and let the wall of meat handle it, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the creature. It's gonna throw more claws at Aaron. 23
Oh
hit?
no.
23 will be, honestly, yeah, he'll shield that. Well, he don't want to use a lucky just yet.
And he'll go for that bite on Cal, which nowhere near hitting.
He bites magic. Nom.
Just reflective barrier. Just get the fuck away from me.
Wait, quick question. It says that on a fail, creature is considered grappled and takes 1d6 slashing damage during each subsequent
Yeah. I have not rolled it. Alright,
turn.
I'll let you roll it then.
Okay. How many turns? It's been...
This is its
Oh,
first
until it's
turn
out.
since you grappled it.
By the wording, it just keeps going until it decides to action escape the grapple, which is an
Pretty
oof.
much. And then you still take 1d6 to get out of it.
Oof.
Oof. So it's only when its turns come up, or each turn?
Its turns.
I think it's itch. Its turn, yeah. Because it was each.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That would
Unless
really hurt.
something takes effect on it that actively makes it move.
That's
Like
fair.
getting knocked back, that would also harm. That would also deal damage.
Did
but-
somebody say the command spell?
Did somebody
Ice.
say Cal has that spell?
It passes mine, Cal does it, it's probably not passing both.
Cal
Please
gets that
fall to
spell
the
for
ground.
free.
Oh man.
Yay, Paladin.
Yeah.
Just keep
Anyway,
walking
so-
away from me at every opportunity.
Anyways, Cal's gotta literally lay into this creature 3 attacks now.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
That's an at one.
No.
Mm.
Well, let's see where this is going. Oh, shit. That's going
What happened?
straight into Aaron.
Wait, what happened with the... Did you roll for it, or...?
Yeah. I rolled percentile for the now. Oh, that's why I rolled the GM, because I had that tag still.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
But yeah. Rolled the 23, which is cardinal direction for up.
Oh, that's what you're doing. You should do a D8 for that, but fair
Well,
enough.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'm just doing it at angles, but yeah, that works too.
So is that like a separate attack roll because not intended square, or...
You can roll a dex save to dodge it.
Dex? Alright. He's getting hit.
Yeah, that's not quite getting out the way. So let's roll the damage. Only 9.
Huh.
You're lucky your haste stays up because oof. But yeah, alright.
What's the con save about?
Concentration on haste.
Oh, duh.
I
I
gotta
was
be
like,
fair,
come on,
it's
you
a busted
guys.
spell.
It's a big sword. He hasn't been used in a while. He's a little rusty, okay?
Yeah.
18
We
will
got 2
hit
more attempts. There you go.
for another
Oh, shit.
26 damage. And one more swing, which will miss. Not quite as catastrophically as the first, but only manages to dig one hit into this guy's time round.
So wait, is it that you're using haste then an offhand attack, or?
No, I
You
have
just
my
do
regular attack, extra attack, then haste.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought haste doubled up. The
No,
attack.
if
Nope.
it did, I
One
would
extra
love that on
action.
my fighter.
It's actually in the description. You get one extra action, then action can only be used to attack, with one weapon attack only.
When you can't
Oh.
cast
Or you
more
can dash,
spells.
disengage,
Wow, my
hide, or
DM I
use
had
an
one
object.
time let me double. Okay.
You must have felt very happy.
Oh yeah.
Well, depending on what you're using, I think, there are some abilities that when you take an attack action, you get to make an extra attack. Like, I think extra
Yeah.
attack will stack on that. Yeah, extra attack will stack with it. Now that I'm
Oh.
reading extra attack, so I'll make an extra attack.
Yeah, so I was
Damn.
like, I'm confused.
Thanks for bringing that up, or I would not have known. And that hits.
You're welcome.
for another 14 damage. Just,
So
yeah,
what I'm
hitting.
hearing. Sorry, I was gonna say. So what I'm hearing is I gotta find a way to get extra attack on Aaron because Priest of Zeal. Oof.
I think the
I can't
lowest you're gonna
him.
get it is a 4-level dip into something.
Yeah. Just do fighter. Take a different path than Battle Master because I don't want to step on toes. That's Nala's whole shtick.
Pretty much. And it is Nala's turn now.
Yep.
Question: this thing just grappled in the whip. How do I just pull back? And I never had a whip before.
Pretty much.
I think with this whip, it's probably that you just pull. I don't know if the DM's gonna roll that as an auto hit because that's what it would sound like.
Yeah, it is
or
an
if
auto
it's...
hit. It's just automatically, yeah. It's more or less a strength roll to see how successfully you rip this off the thing.
Okay, so roll strength.
Yeah.
The strength check. Here we go.
So yeah, you pull back hard on the handle of this whip, tearing at whatever part of the creature because you never specified.
Well, she only had practice on dummies, so when she whipped him, it was like around the torso, like maybe around the shoulder and under his arm kind of thing. So when she rips it back rips up his chest and back,
Yeah.
shoulder.
So roll the damage for that. It's just straight damage of the
Okay.
weapon.
Okay. I'm just gonna do this because I'm lazy. God damn! What are these last rolls?
It's
Anyway,
actually a good roll for the.
Yeah,
The whip,
1d6 plus
D6.
4. It's 1 under max. Plus 1 for magical.
okay. So can I still attack, or was that my action?
That is 1 action.
I think he means it counts as an attack, which that's
yeah,
fair.
it counts as an attack.
Oh. Hmm.
Basic.
Good to know. Future use.
It is also no longer considered grappled.
Smack it again.
Yeah. Well, I would, but you just used my action apparently.
Full?
Yeah, there's just 1 action. Don't you get 2?
No,
Oh,
you're using the word one attack, not one action. One action
Yeah.
would mean the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you
That's
meant
what-
like because you can do the attack action. And I have extra.
That is your
Twice.
attack action.
Okay. So that's where you kept saying action. That took a whole action. I'm like, well, shit. There we go. I didn't know that was.
It's
Here
my
we go,
bad, wrong
wording.
phrasing.
Wording's everything.
That'll
Alrighty.
also hit.
Alright, and with
And he'll pass
distracting
that
strike.
straight throw this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that's an 18 with distracting strike, so whoever hits next has advantage.
which will be RN. Assumably. But yeah, just bringing this whip down once more across its chest just to put a little extra humiliation on tearing its flesh up. These wounds in its body appear to be growing too deep for it to regenerate fast enough, and it actually seems to be taking mortal damage.
So
Oh, hey.
nothing we've been doing seems to be preventing its regeneration, or at least standardly.
It's having troubles regenerating the damage from Cal's silvered weapon, but the other attacks it's seeming to regenerate kind of fast from, but not fast enough with the amount of damage we're dishing out to it.
All right, so let us take full advantage of the advantage and
Let me scroll back up. Okay, it's up to a minute.
let's try and, as I said, burn something today. I'm on a lucky land. What's my modifier? 7. All right. Well,
That's better.
Well, it does hit.
It does hit now.
and that's gonna be maximized to deal 50 fire damage. Just burn it.
So yeah, you reach out and lay your hands on this creature and you tear flaming wounds across its chest. And as the fire peters out, the creature seems to be almost like kneeling down in submission, nearly defeated.
Is there intelligence and less aggression behind the eyes, or is it just like it's about to try and take something down with it type deal?
Not entirely sure on that one.
Is it gonna cost me something to make the insight required? Because I'd like to try.
Go for it.
Alright, let's see. He doesn't know. Unless
No,
this
he
thing
does
is
not.
Yeah, unless this thing is deceiving, which you could fail. Alright, he comes from a different place. It's dying the way anyone back home would want to die, so you know.
So yeah, I just did one more slash. You catch it right across the neck and spray its blood all over this cliff face. And it slumps to the ground dead.
Alright.
But then
Not
some,
Alright.
me the player. I feel bad because I feel like that could have been negotiated with. Character. It died in combat.
Give me just a moment to get to the next thing.
Deep breath as he calms down just slightly and looks over at Nala and Kansei. Two of y'all.
Didn't catch that, you cut out.
That's pretty. And she wraps up the whip. I never used a whip before, but not as often like this. So that was a fun time.
You know, completely different style of fighting, but my sister used to use one. She still does from time to time.
Mm.
What?
did
Aaron
I do?
finally reveals stuff about his family?
Oh, come on, Cal. He just kind of gives him like a slight elbow, like playfully.
That was more out
Yeah.
of character than anything, but
Oh,
whatever.
I thought that was in. Might be. Never mind.
It's
JK.
literally the first time you've talked about any part of your family.
Well, in stream anyway. Nala's familiar with his family.
Yeah, he's done like 2 quick things of family with her. This is like an actual, and it's because there's not a lot of talking going on, so he can talk. You'll find he's a pretty quiet boy most time. But yeah, he says that, and he just kind of does a bit of a toothy smile as he looks over and at the corpse and says, "Well, at least I didn't buy anybody. That's the only thing I cared about.
Yeah, no joke.
I don't
And,
know if I even have the clerical magic to fix that personally."
Nala's gonna just investigate over the body, like if there's any hints of like any. What's the word?
Like who it is.
Any, like yeah, we can identify or
Like license
any
and
personal effects.
Yeah, give me a
Personal
second, I was
effects.
getting that. I just had to find a token for it. But yeah, you watch on as this creature's body begins to morph and transform into the form of a woman. As were
Whoops.
creatures change back when they die.
Good to know. Anyone that we know?
Not that we can identify.
Not that we can identify. Okay.
We did just slash what's left of this woman to shit.
I would have went for like the, effective neck or chest stab. I wouldn't have mangled her face or nothing. But yeah, alright, so Arn just kind of there's a slight look of remorse, or he just kind of feels a bit guilty because, probably defending where she lived, and he'll say, Well, we should probably let the farmer know and take something of its personal effects to prove what it was to the guild hall.
Something like that.
Yeah, so with someone's help, now it's going to look around for more specific items like notes, rings,
I was
a
gonna be
bag.
helping you with that. I'm probably gonna roll.
Yeah, you
Uh,
roll. No, will help you.
oh, you want me to roll? Okay,
Yeah.
you said with someone's help. I'm like, well, that means you're
Yeah,
not
let's
helpful.
say you got best
Shush,
investigation.
shush.
Hey, Bane.
But
Alright,
yeah,
go look for it.
going over her body, you find a wedding band on her hand.
Hmm.
Ooh, who wants to bet this was the farmer's wife? Yikes.
Wait. What? Right? What's the?
You cut out a lot.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Yeah.
What's on a wedding ring? You tend to usually find like like the partner's name. What's the name on the ring?
What languages do you speak?
Uh, you know what? How about actually, we don't ask that question because I don't think I have it. For reference, if I don't need that, I think it's Goblin, Draconic, and Giant. Yes, Giant, Draconic, and Goblin are my extras.
Okay, so casting your comprehend languages, and holding on to this ring, you can suddenly read the language written on it. It's got two initials inscribed upon it, D and J.
Ooh.
I have to roll more out because. Okay, so I got a question for you, DM. Because I am a cleric. I would know if remove curse can cure lycanthropy. Does it?
Give me a sec, I don't know the exact wording of remove curse off the top of my head.
I could ping it.
I'm just pulling it up right now anyway.
Okay.
If I could spell.
Mood.
Because low is good on the little morality thing. 20 is like, eh. She let herself give it. 1 is like, I see a J there. Yikes.
Yes it could. Because it's all curses affecting one
You
creature.
know what? We'll do this because he rolled a literal nat 1. It hasn't been long enough that he can't. You're lucky, John. You're truly a lucky man. He'll do this and then he'll do this. The revivifiers from the scroll, so I still have the slots for it.
Nala is looking really confused right now. She's like,
You just see major radiant energy coming from his hands, and this is the first time you seeing him use a resurrective.
Nala like grabs her sword, like, Aaron, what are you doing?
Trust me for a minute. As he's kind of intertwining the remove curse that Cal probably understands with the spell, and she has 1 hit point. She's no longer dead.
Stupid question, but do you have diamonds worth 300 gold pieces?
I think it's 250, but yes, I purchased 2 of them.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I remember you doing that, yeah. Took me, duh. I'm like, oh yeah, someone bought gems forever ago. I thought it was Snelly, but yeah.
Hey, good. I gotta replace one now because I like having 2 for one for use, 1 for
Yeah.
emergency. This is the emergency.
But yeah, we watch on as you bring this recently dead woman back from the dead, and
She should also not have her curse, and he'll
she
kind
no
of.
longer has the curse. She is still bleeding
Okay.
quite a bit from open wounds. Might want to fix that, but
And Nala will use a potion on her wounds. Just to close
Pour
them
it
up at
right
least.
on. Yeah, sad thing is, I think that should work, but it's funny to think about. It's like just pour it on like ointment.
Yeah, you never think about
Well,
applying a potion. Is it topical? Is it drank? What are we supposed to do
well,
here?
she's gonna let her sip it and then like kind of just dab the rest of the potion on the wounds to close them. And
Yeah.
so I have what's called normal potions because I think it's just a regular 2d4 plus 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Cal has a lay on hand, so I'd prefer to save some of my slots today.
Well, if she's no longer got the lycanthropy, that heals her to full, so.
Oh, there you go.
Woo.
Alright. And
Back to being a normal
he'll
commoner.
kind of, with a slight smile and a slight face of guilt, kind of, as she returns back to the world of the living, say, "Hey, you alright?"
It seems I'm no longer afflicted by this curse that has burdened me for years. I assume I have you to thank for that?
He'll nod. You're lucky a cleric was the one that found you.
Cal's not high enough to bring people back from the dead yet.
No, you
I
gotta
don't
be
know
like, whoa.
magic.
You gotta be a real good paladin to do move curse. You gotta get up there.
Well,
But,
I could bring
yeah.
her back. Remove curse is just... eh.
It's the same level. You can bring her back to Revivify and remove curse to both thirds, switch it. I've always kind of squinted at, but you know.
Yeah.
So he'll kind of like after she drinks the potion and she's at full, he'll kind of help her stand to her feet and say, "Here, we're going to confirm what the creature was, but this is yours." He'll return the ring to her.
And she'll take it and put it back on her hand.
Yeah, sorry about that. And she's gonna like help her up.
And she'll take your hand and rise up from the ground.
They heave-ho her 2 feet because even though she are full HP, real probably one hell of a headache.
Probably.
I'll go get the farmer and just make sure she's still properly able to stand up. It's my first time using a resurrective, so I'm not entirely sure of all the side effects.
Yeah, we'll take it slow. We'll meet you at the fence.
Alright. And I'll leave Musket with them. She now sees a small cat, and he'll kind of head over to where the farmer... I'll put him next to the farmer so they can do a bit real quick. But continue.
Yeah, Nala's gonna slowly help her over to the field, and she's going to ask, so you said you had this for years? Is there anyone else who also has your curse? Or, curse you had?
The only person she knows of is the one who gave it to her, but she hasn't seen that person in quite some time.
Oh, that's nice. Was it somebody you knew?
It was before she met her husband.
Oh.
A romantic partner, if you will.
Huh. What's your name again?
Delilah.
Delilah. Okay. I was thinking of Belle, but whatever.
You got the initials off the ring, damn it.
D and J, yep. Which, they must love some music.
Yeah, so, yeah, so she's gonna help the lady over to the farm, and, shoot! Cal just sprints over there.
He's just eating. So, as she's being slowly led over, Arno approached the farmer and say, John, was it?
Yeah, that's my name.
We found something I think you'll appreciate a lot more than the creature that was attacking your cattle.
And what would that be?
He'll kind of point over as he says, and the guy's probably looking. When's the last time you've seen your wife?
Well,
2 nights ago, now that I recall.
Well, you and her have something to talk about because, well, she was the cause.
Is that so?
Lucky we found the ring that you gave to her. Only reason we knew she was in any relation.
say it again, John. I didn't hear you.
Huh? Sorry?
You cut out. What'd you say?
He said that he's lucky that we found the ring to know who she was, and he'll kind of look over at him and say, "It cost a lot of resources to bring her back, but we could talk about that. I'm sure you appreciate the gesture nonetheless." And he'll kind of pat him on the back as they're probably getting in view.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not gonna be like, "Hey, pay me all the money," or like, "Well, just know that this is you're welcome."
Well, for this, I'll be forever in your debt, but I don't think the amount I agreed upon with the guild will be enough to cover it. If you ever need
More
some
than likely.
assistance, you can always call on me, and I'll help as best I can.
Oh, maybe you just got on some steak or meat.
I'll keep that in mind. But this was more of a gesture for the greater good, in all honesty. Someone in her position didn't deserve to die like that, and well, you're lucky I had the resources. I did these about a week and a half ago.
Good bit of foresight from the good wizard, then.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of like give the two of them space to, because they've got something to talk about, and they probably have a bit of, because one of them just saw their life flash before their eyes, and wait, I'm back. What?
If she remembers.
I mean, if we're doing the stereotypical thing where you see the light and it's like the light's taken away from you because you brought back things.
Oh.
Just
I'm talking
inches,
about us.
just inches away from
attacking
your
her.
loved ones, you just get pulled back to the other end of the tunnel.
Oof. Look, she gets to enjoy the rest of her life with the one that she chose to pick over all the others. That's what marriage is.
You should at least some self-control and didn't rip him apart. Yeesh. Gotta give her credit.
This is true.
Hmm.
So, we kind of look over at Nala and say, well, I can at least say that it's a much more pleasant conclusion to the mission. I have to replace the diamond and make another scroll now, but I think it's worth it.
She smiles and gives him a pat on the back and goes, "Hey, don't worry about it." And if anything, I'm just surprised that that works. I think it's the first time I've seen anyone come back. It's kind of
I've been able
kind
to
of
do it for
crazy.
a little while. It's just practice. I don't want to mess something like that up. That's the one type of magic I'll
That's
use
how you create a
sparingly
flesh
as
golem.
possible.
Yikes. Yeah. And she goes, "Don't worry about it. I'll help you out. Especially now I know you definitely can do something like that." That's good to know. But yeah, if there's nothing else that they need to do around here, she would be like, "Okay, guys, well, we get the reward from the guild, right?"
Yep.
Okay. Well, we got that taken care of, so now for our second mission.
On to map travel.
Now to do another whole mission because still the only 3 people here.
And I will be back in just a moment.
Alright.
Okay.
Hey look, I got to do a little bit of character stuff. uh, you know, it's.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time I'm able to even do stuff like talk about the family. Do little bits like that because I do want to kind of show in certain scenes rather than explicitly stating that he's not the kind of person you'd expect him to be just by looking at him.
Mhm. I feel that.
For reference sake, by the way, Mike, when you're editing this, cut this part out, please. Thanks.
Nope, too late.
I'm gonna remind him in PMs, but the sister with the whip is the really competent ranger.
Mhm.
Anyone have told you about?
Oh right.
Yeah.
He only has one sister, right?
Yeah, one sibling. Now it's like, must be nice.
Oh, that's a cute name.
You want to share the memes with the class? I don't know. Wow. Meme hoarder.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I said one real quick detail that in editing kind of cut out and so good, but it was an explanation to the mention he made with the whip.
What about it?
Had to do with his family.
Yeah. Save the when family becomes relevant, when people actually meet family, except for those he tells about in a bit. And that's a good meme, guy.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna steal it.
But yeah, what was our second quest again?
Trading at the barracks.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Someone sounds tired.
No, that's been a really long day. Okay, so before they get there, they're gonna get back to town, and Nellie's gonna want to take a lunch break and get a short rest.
Fair. Give me some spells back, cause
Cal expended literally nothing, so the break
you
doesn't
shield
bother
of faith,
him.
don't you lie?
Yeah, but Cal doesn't get his spells back like you do.
The only good thing about being wizard, you get like a few of them, not even that many. So yeah, Arnold will take the lunch break and just kind of relax, recharge a bit of his magic reserves, and bring that back. He'll probably take a helm of explaining what happened and the additional resources he needed expended to, just kind of bring her back. He'll mention that they don't need to compensate for it, but it would be nice because he would explain that was beyond 200 gold worth of resources.
Oh yeah, no problem. I was gonna do that anyway.
But you were gonna pay me back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Alright.
Because you didn't have to do that. We could easily just feign ignorance and continue our way, but...
Yeah, more or less.
When you roll a one, it's like, yeah, it's a costly thing, but it's the right thing. But with 20, it's more like I care more about these people than some life. Lol. And just pocket the ring and be like, don't worry about it.
Oof.
But no, he's not evil like that. That's why it leaned way more to him doing it. So I mean, if Nala already kind of paid him for that, then it wouldn't even bring up the price to the people at the counter, because, I mean...
Yeah, no real point. It's already been paid.
Yeah.
Arn's an honest man.
Yeah, it's like, I could do that, but no. There's probably actual clerics out in the world that are just like, I can say things and people will pay me.
Pretty much.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll get our standard payment for that, along with 700 XP.
Okay.
How much was it again?
700 XP, and the quest was 100 gold.
100 gold. And I was gonna give her 100 to Arn, because she really didn't do anything out of that whole thing. Just whip it.
Okay.
Well, you kept it still while we beat the shit out of it, so it's something.
Yeah, like it was gonna run.
Yeah, well, like it could run because I think we were like it was right at the exit and we were just like lining up at it. It tries to run and just gets double smacked on the way out.
Pretty much.
Man, when you described it being at like a sliver of health left, like it's about to die, me the player, I'm like, werewolves are not inherently bad people. They just can't.
They're just people with a curse.
Alright. So, next mission.
Yep, I believe it's a training at the place.
Yeah.
Do I get to meet my guard friends?
It's possible that they could be there.
You're like, nuh-uh.
Granted, the guards
Alright,
have been with the force for quite a while, and these are just basically the equivalent of drill sergeants here.
Fair.
Yeah.
Iron gets to either teach actual guards how you wield a weapon when that's not his profession, and don't mess with the mage.
Yeah, we make our way to the barracks and begin to march up to the training field where everyone's lined up. And as the three more experienced guards come up, one of them, also being a dragonborn of the blue-scaled variety, will walk almost directly into Nala, tapping her with his shoulder as if to command respect of her.
Excuse you? She just gives him like the stink, like this, like she tries to be stoic, but in her eyes you can be like, you just see this. Excuse me?
Wait, so like he's walking past her, kind
Yeah,
of deal?
it just kind of like smacks her shoulder with his. Like
Is he like leaving the scene, or is he just walking up to Arn? 'Cause that's rude, dude.
like he's intentionally doing it to assert dominance.
That's rude, dude. Arn just gives him the look, and it definitely turns on the equivalent of passive intimidation on that one, because okay. Yeah, passive's at 18 for if
Fucking
it matters.
bully?
Yeah, not even bully, just genuine asshole.
Just, hey, you're hurting someone I sort of like.
Florida.
Yeah, it hasn't been
Yeah, no,
revealed
she-
yet. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, Nala just gives him back, like, shoots him daggers, like, fucking mother. But she just keeps her head up and keeps walking towards whatever commander there is here. There is one.
It's basically these three lead captain dudes here right in front of us that are running the training operation.
Okay.
I forgot to do this, just give me a moment. Continue, sorry.
Do I want to know what that was for?
Short rest, I wanted to heal some.
Yeah.
So, right.
What did you ask, Kai?
Who are we talking to about this training? When
Any of
these
the
guys-
captains that are right in front of us.
Cool. And the Dragonborn wasn't part of these captains, right?
He was one of the captains.
Oh shit. Oh, so while he was past, okay. Okay, he
That's why
sees him.
Arn gave him the glare, because, abusing position, I see.
Oh yeah, so she's gonna greet the guards and go after glaring at this dragonborn, like she looks at the others and go, good afternoon. We are here to train some recruits or help train.
Oh yeah, the leader said you were coming. Well, we've got a full platoon of men here that need training of all varieties. increase their strength, speed, and even their resistance to magic.
Okay.
You guys got anything that could handle those tasks?
I can help with strength.
Got a lot of magic.
And speed's my specialty.
All right.
Seems like you lot will be perfect for this job. They'll go back
Of course.
to various points to overlook the training.
Okay.
So which one of us goes first, Cal says?
Say that again.
So which one of us is going first, Cal says?
How about you? Let's see how fast these guys are. Tie them out for me.
You're gonna make their training so much worse. That sounds fun, though.
Give me a moment while I think of some kind of training regimen. Because just doing simple laps would probably already be in their training, so I gotta come up with something a little more difficult. Granted, I expect more people to be here to alleviate some of the training, but half of the party is missing. If I knew they were going to be gone this long, I would have just done some one-shot material, but it is what it is.
You got 7. You got 14 of them. We could almost split them evenly for, what's it, 6 each? 5 each, actually.
Yeah, but then they all wouldn't be receiving training.
I mean, it could be like, what is it? What do you call it? Round table, where it's like you just kind of
Hey,
them
do
all
this for
do
a
each
while,
person's
and then
regimen.
that for a while.
Yeah.
We could do something like that.
Sure. What we want to do with it. I could see either us all taking turns, because that works, or we could just each take a group of 5 and train them like that. I feel bad for the people that... I feel bad for everyone here, because we're just going to tire them out, and then it's going to make our other regiment worse, and worse,
Yeah.
and yikes.
However you want to do it.
I don't know, what do you think, Guy?
So, like, I was somewhat hoping that they would have an idea of, like, just using us as, like, punching bags in a way. Not that, but, or had their own idea of how to go about things, but,
I mean, if you wanted to, you could just do standard combat training as a means to up your strength.
well, I'm trying to think of, like, I don't work out, so I'm trying to think of,
Sit-ups, push-ups.
yeah, but that's what they
some
do with them
running.
daily. Like, if we're doing something special with them.
Yeah, you could also have them sparring with one weapon only, weapon and shield, fisticuffs. You can have them do the full works of each way of trying to fight, because every fighting style should be accounted for when you're guard.
Yeah. Or you're just,
Sure.
your whole life is fighting. That's why Cal actually has fighting styles written down on his character sheet.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
have a fighting style. I'm the only one here. But I don't need it.
No, I mean actual, what his sword styles are, all that shit is all written down.
Oh.
But Cal does have
Damn.
2 separate fighting styles.
Oof.
As actual in-game fighting styles.
Well, and there's that, and, like, unless I'm having them face against each other, there's a lot of people to take one-on-one.
Oh yeah, no. You usually make them fight each, and since if we're doing like the we split them deal, there's gonna be that one poor sap that's odd one out, and that's the one you kick his ass. Feels bad for that one guy.
Well, I'm not proficient with hand-to-hand training, but we can do sword and shield training, or they can just wrestle with each other. Yes. Practice
for me.
grappling.
Yeah.
Hey, they gotta use their strength to grapple, right?
Yes.
You know, they're the town guard, right? They need to learn grapple. So there we go. Okay.
So
Yes,
now
we'll
I
be
was gonna
practicing
practice
grappling with Nala.
wrestling with all these random guards.
Yes.
I'm sure she's living the dream.
Hey, she had two brothers, and this is nothing to her. Two older brothers. One of them is an actual guard, so, like,
I'm just
this is
saying,
nothing new to her.
this is 14 dudes you'd never met before today. It's kind of a big difference.
Yeah,
Man.
no, that's why I'm thinking we probably split them because it's gonna take a while. Also, it just kind of keeps things moving. I'm just deciding what harms could do to these poor people. Cause yikes, fireball's too much, man.
Just wipe out literally everyone in one. Yeah, we went to
Kill all
train
of
and we
us.
killed everyone. We're sorry. Jail door slams.
No, I mean that's assuming they can do it after losing the whole. Cause geez, look at this, 7 good people just gone if I wanted. Oh man. But no, so I mean, are we doing the split? Or are we doing the one at a time? Because if we're doing one at a time, Cal was suggested to go first.
Still no idea how I do speed training with these people other than just throwing shit at them and just making them dodge it.
It's like Mulan, you know, having balanced buckets on their head,
Oh,
and
man.
with a sticks, and you just throw rocks at them.
I have this goddamn short bow I never fucking use, but
It doesn't have to be speed, but like movement-wise, but reflex-wise.
So I guess one thing I would try to guesstimate, and I'd have Musket help me in this aspect, is could I make a insight or a nature check just to kind of guesstimate what the general force looks like they can handle as far as magic? Like, I'm deciding off of basically their quickness and their fortitude, like, you know, DexCon, whichever one seems to be their forte.
let me pull up the character sheet real quick. There it is. These guys are just above average citizens. Not too good at anything.
Yeah, so he's not using fireballs on here, because they fail, they're dead. That's one way to fucking train an entire force.
Have they done their warm-ups yet?
Yeah, assumably they would have done the warm-ups in the half day it took us to show up.
Fair.
Yeah.
So they're definitely ready for whatever we're about to throw at them. Possibly quite literally. Do I still have that? Yes, I do. Okay, Cal's gonna play some high-intensity dodgeball with these guys. With
There
that
you
metal
go.
ball he carries around.
Oh shit!
The
5
game's over when one person gets hit and everyone's fucking screaming, "Oh God!"
Oh no! Ripperino.
So yeah, he's just gonna have people line up across from him and just start pegging this fucking metal ball at people. Explaining how
Nala's just like,
this is a similar game to how he was trained back in his village. Except we trained with logs that were much heavier.
Oh man, if we were training the way I got trained back at home, it's a damn shame he's not a judo. He would. Hey, fight these wolves. Shit.
Oh goddamn! What the hell? Oh, the music just randomly picked up out of nowhere. But yeah, he'll describe how he'd have to run through the forest, dodging trees that were being swung by ropes from his masters. have to basically run up a mountain while they're trying to kill him with logs.
Wow. Like Demon Slayer.
Except in reverse, because he was running down the mountain. I'm caught
was
up on
fun.
that finally.
God, it's so good. I can't believe it's so. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, depression noises because it is over. But yeah, Cal used to live in a valley, so you run up the high fucking tension mountain trying to escape all this shit. Trying not to die. Granted, since Cal doesn't need to breathe, low amount of oxygen doesn't affect him as much as other people, but people have died
climbing
doing,
and dodging.
yeah, people have died doing this training, so this is just a way less intense version of it, so he's basically gonna keep dodgeballing this metal ball at people and see if they can dodge. First roll's shitty, because he doesn't want to kill the first guy, and he just barely makes that save.
Bunny sweats from the rest of the force.
Sends one flying at the second guy with that wants to roll. A little more gusto.
Oh no.
Oh,
And that guy, seeing the first guy, dives out of the way. The guy behind him nearly gets nailed in the face as that soars by him. Cal finally getting a grip on thing, manages to beam the third guy, knocking him on his ass.
No, winces.
And fourth guy. Fourth guy definitely gets out of the way.
Oh my god. These guys, they're not too bad.
Yeah, considering they have a flat score index. So yeah, he'll do a couple rounds of this, and every time someone gets nailed, this guy up in the top right up here, who is not the same Dragonborn guy who is a Dick to Nala, happens to be a half-orc. Had to look at my notes real quick. Is just constantly berating these guys every time they do anything to, like, anything that he doesn't see as the right thing to do.
Oof.
Like, even if they make it out of the way, he's still berating for them not doing it as quickly as they should.
Yeah, it's the one guy that dove. He's like, wrong. If you dive, you're going to get attacked before you can get back up.
Pretty much.
Roll,
Yeah,
learn to
you're
roll.
dodging the right way.
He's pretty much being that guy.
Yikes.
And, Cal will be getting irritated by that a little bit. So he'll challenge the guy. If it's so damn easy, why don't you give it a shot?
Cal's gonna actually make a weapon attack this time around.
Don't read my damn mind.
Oh shit.
No, and Orin looks like Cal's doing the right thing, because, you know, he just looks
Oh
into
no,
that,
I
like,
know. She's gonna feel bad for this. Oh,
Oh,
Well,
feels
he
bad for this guard.
he passed that fucking wisdom save. Oh, hey, Maria's here.
is he actually here?
It's not
I
in
don't
the
hear him
chat,
on
but
the
he's on roll
Discord.
20.
Hurry up, everyone talk quickly.
Quickly, everyone so we don't need to do it while he's here.
So yeah, these other guys will move back out of the way to let the captain through, because even though he passed the will save or wisdom save and wasn't subject to Cal using his command,
Ooh. Alright,
he's
Cal.
still getting his honor tested in front of all of his underlings. And
Rip.
Cal's gonna put some fire behind this one.
There he is. Oh boy.
Oh, shit. Oh no, he 4th level.
Okay, who did it?
Who did what?
No one.
All of us did.
Who did it? Why is there armed guards everywhere?
We're training them all, so I think one of them's going to die.
What the... Yeah, who did it?
So
Was it
that's a
Thor?
big fail.
Is that enough to
Did it-
kill him, or is that enough to almost knock him out? Like, what are we talking here? Cause, oof.
So yeah, Cal,
He. Oh, go on.
I'm basically disregarding the damage at the moment. I just upcasting boost the save. But
Okay.
basically Cal just picks up this ball and tosses it up, and before it even reaches his hand again, he uses catapult to launch it square at this guy's face. Just beans him, knocking him unconscious.
Why?
Because there's reasons.
This guy was being a colossal dick
I've
to all
gone
these
for only
soldiers.
for an hour, and this is happening.
We're
It's
being
fine.
we're being paid to beat the shit out of guards, okay?
This is fun.
Yeah, we're training some guards right now, and one of the trainers was being an asshole.
Well, two of them
It's
are,
one
but...
of the two. And so Cal's like, "Oh, if it's so easy, you fucking do it." And he's like, "All right." And then so Cal's just like, and knocks him straight out. And Nala's like, she doesn't like make a face, but she covers her mouth like, Cal. There's a thing of overdoing it, man.
Overkill is the best kill.
Mm.
But yeah, a few minutes later, this guy will regain consciousness and spit out a mouthful of broken teeth and blood.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Trudge off the battlefield, all
so,
types of pissed off.
Well, we haven't been really in combat too much. We did beat up a werewolf, but we all 3 fighters here, so we're good. So no, it was okay. I mean, right now she could have been following us around and help maybe heal the poor guy over there.
Yeah.
The worst teeth, at least, maybe.
Oh.
No, he just booped you into existence.
Ooh.
So, alright. Seeing that beautiful bit of training, oh boy. I guess,
Maria wakes up from her long nap and is like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Found a note telling me to come out here, and now I'm here, and people are getting hit in the face with metal balls. What the hell?
We're helping these new recruits with their training regimen, and Cal just demonstrated. Now I'm about to demonstrate strength. So who's my next group?
I feel like the dexterity and strength should be a thing.
All right, today, guys, we are going to practice grappling because most likely you're going
Look
to.
at them all as like, you're all screwed.
Well,
They were
funny
all screwed
enough,
to begin with.
yeah.
ironically, fucking Arn over there probably
Sure.
grapples way better than Nala, but she's just going to she's going to teach them pretty much the key points of how to grapple.
Can you surplex them?
I just don't want to take my chance on this. She's gonna be no.
Cal made
she's
people
gonna
make
be,
saves.
Is that the one surplex is where you grab someone from behind and then yank them over your
Yeah.
in the back and just into the ground?
Doesn't have to be from behind, but yes.
Yeah.
and so
Anyway,
she's gonna
let's-
ask
Go ahead,
someone
sorry.
to demonstrate. Who wants to step up and help demonstrate this?
You just
Are
see
you
like
asking
the
us or the guards?
This.
The
group-
guards.
The guards.
After
I
some,
just see like one of them is like,
nervous chatter,
"No, you go
one
first.
of them
No,
will
you go first."
slowly approach.
Ah, good man. And
I-
she
I
goes
just-
to.
I just wanted them
Yes.
to like one person just push one of the guys and he's like, and all of them backs up. He's like, "Yeah, go get him, man." He's like, "I don't want this."
Yeah, well, let's just have Nala get through, because I know she's trying to actually RP this proper.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna go, so, my good sir, what's your name?
Kevin?
Alright, Kevin, no worries. Don't plan on anything too extreme. You're just gonna help me demonstrate on how to grapple. Especially, you're dealing with drunks or whatnot, it should be a little easier, but once in a while you have to deal with somebody who's... Don't jinx me, guys, shut up.
Hey, is Kevin trying to grapple Nala?
Not yet. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
getting there, man.
So I was saying, but once in a while you might find someone a bit bigger and stronger looking, so I'm going to show you the key points. And, I'm watching myself. I'm going to fucking fail this. I'm going to...
Natural 20.
Why
Please, God.
ability? Because I can give you.
Natural 20.
Okay, so, she's going to try to grapple him. Oh god, I can't even watch. Oh god, let's see. She's going to go easy on him at first.
Oh!
Holy shit!
He's too scared of you to let it happen.
Yeah, he overcompensates. He's like, ah!
He just plants
wiggles
himself
out.
on the ground and gets out of the grapple.
She's like, hey, way to go. See? That's exactly how you get out of a grapple. Way to go, Kevin. All right. You try grappling me.
Yeah, go, Kevin! Maria.
Okay.
Kevin looks weird.
What are the fucking odds? But yeah, he tries.
She goes and like,
He goes
trips
to
him.
he goes to mimic perfectly what you did to him, not realizing that you were gonna try to stop him. So the exact same outcome happens. Like he goes to grapple you, and you just slip right out of it.
This is something weird going on.
What?
Anyway, she goes, good job, Kevin. You just need to pivot your foot this way, okay? And she helps him back up. All right. And then I think she's gonna grab,
She does anything.
oh shit!
Jesus.
She's about to ruin this whole man's career.
Give me a second to roll some severity.
Hey,
here.
wait. I'm gonna give Kevin.
Oh,
can I give
sweet
Kevin
Christ.
inspiration?
You can't inspire the card. You gotta learn on their.
Yeah, they gotta learn proper. If they're magically buffed, they don't know how to
There's
do it from
nothing you
basic.
Yeah. And there's nothing, your die, your inspiration die will not beat my 24.
That and you would have had to say you did it in advance. You can't do it post.
Yeah.
Wait, is that 2 natural 20s in a row?
Yes,
Yes.
that
Mhm.
is.
This is
What
why I
the
know
fuck?
how to yeet him. He's gone.
Well, I rolled severity for it, so
Uh-oh.
basically,
I'll be gentle with
Nala
him.
picks this guy up and goes to body slam him. He just knocks the wind out of him entirely.
Oh, she would have been more classy than that. Mostly just trip him up. Like flip him over and then smack him down. There we go. Alright. And she gets up and this off. So, practice amongst yourselves. You two and you two. And she's just going to, like, coach them on, like, positioning and whatnot while poor Kevin's catching his breath.
And while you were beating the shit out of Kevin, everyone else would have noticed that the blue scale dragonborn was chuckling at you beating the shit out of his minions, and you adversely getting stopped by his minions.
No, she's ignoring him.
Like he's
Fucking
basically
rude ass.
looking down his nose at you.
Hmm.
At me?
Is
Yeah.
Dragonborn guy top left or bottom right? Because I know
Top
Warp was
left.
top right. Top left. Alright.
Give me a second, doodle.
Just give him like a little blue. So I can remember. Give maybe the orc a little green.
That's hard to fucking
No,
believe.
Nala ignores him. If he's, has such a superiority complex, she ain't gonna deal with that right now. She's not paid enough to fucking...
I was gonna I was gonna sing We Are Number One to the group for inspiration.
Yeah. So while she helps Kevin up, lets him take a break, while she just, tells, hey, pick up your, move your arm like this or step like this, use their weight against them, and she's going to coach them. And then when she feels like, they're getting somewhere with it, she's going to turn to Kevin and kind of do the same thing. Like, you did really good on this, but, try shifting your, moving your foot like this when they come at you and whatnot. Because she actually believes that you should properly train the guard and not just beat the shit out of them.
Hey, Cal got most of them to dodge.
Yeah, exactly. So, challenge her, she's just
Yeah, Cal's
keep
being wonky, so
coaching that
cut
way.
That off.
Make him exhausted.
Yeah, make him have a bad day because oof.
Yeah.
What's the third guy, by the way, since we have Dragonborn and Orc?
He is a tiefling.
Tiefling. Nice. The music randomly stopped for me.
Yeah, it kept cutting out,
Same.
so I just ended it.
Fair.
I can't find my.
Unless Dragonborn over here wants to pick a fucking fight, she's ignoring him.
He's having a
You
good
know.
time watching himself for big oof.
Yeah. Where was the Dragonborn?
They
Down
are
here.
labeled.
Just so you know, Maria, when they came over and he was walking by, he fucking shoulder bumped her really roughly. Like, I'm the boss here, so she's just like, little finger.
Did he do anything to me?
You weren't
No.
here yet.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
come in here.
I probably walk up and sit next to you guys. I wonder, like, would he like notice me or something like that? Like, who the hell is this extra person who just joined the party?
I mean, seeing you sit next to one of us, so there's assumption since we're not being like, who the hell are you?
More
We're
or
not
less.
getting you across
Yeah.
the area. But anyway, so that's my training of the day, teaching them how to grapple.
I know because I was reading up on some stuff where like Dragonborns will like have like hissy fits with if there's a cult nearby.
I'm not sure where you read that, but okay.
It was the Void Guide or something like that. Fallers, I think. Someone's gonna start with the O.
Hello?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone got quiet, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I disconnected, so anyway, DM, unless they want to do something else, that's what she's doing.
Okay.
And train them until they're completely tired. She's
Big
perfectly
oof.
fine, though.
Okay, so give them a bit of time to rest and regain their energies.
After they got their asses kicked.
Only one. Poor Kevin.
And yeah, no, Kevin got the short end of the stick because everyone was like, you got it, Kev, and then he did good. He got whooped. Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah,
Good lord.
Nala would give it some words of inspiration of like, hey, you almost, you're pretty quick. You got this. Keep it up the good work.
Maria's interested in Kevin.
I thought you were only interested in that they're humans and Dragonborn.
You'd be
And
surprised.
females.
And their
Yeah.
And
gran-
you're only
Females.
interested in females.
and your granny that one time last week.
Alright.
This last handful
So-
of guys will come out onto the field.
Arnold kind of step up and say, "Alright, now the other two have taught some of you how to deal with grappling and general dexterity.
Oof.
I'm a special case from where I come from. In Snowspire, you don't have much in the way of magic. I will be teaching you endurance against that. Now, does anyone here have a bit of confidence in themselves? Think they can handle magic a bit better than the rest?"
I'm not entirely sure.
No, he's basically looking at the group of them to see if any of them want to kind of step forward. Like he's got like his hands folded, he's waiting. See if anyone's got like that, bigger backbone in them.
If you're referring to bravery, they're basically sniveling cowards right now.
So all 5 of them are just like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
I've seen what wizards can do. I don't want to get hit with that shit.
Seems like everyone here has a general understanding on how magic works. Alright. So, what I'll be doing is a group exercise. I'm going to cast a spell. I want each and every one of you to try and resist its effects. The ones who succeed sooner, you're more resilient. We'll use this as a way of testing you. And he'll kind of like hold out a hand and he'll basically give them an eyebrow raise and a smirk. You ready?
As will ever be.
Gonna target all of them with the big old taken AC penalty, 30 penalty, and all that nasty shit.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
The spells
Like
you
the
keep up your
flavor it,
sleeve and don't fucking use.
I like the flavor that this is because I'm thinking, you know what? Let's change the saving throw to to charisma, so they're trying to keep themselves off the ground.
Well, considering his charisma is
They have a
literally
fight and
just...
everything, but
yeah.
I feel bad for whoever that one was.
Yeah.
So, maybe you can keep rolling them, but it's flavor of, let's see who can keep standing.
Oh
One
my
of them.
god!
Literally
One of them. One of them failed!
And that one guy's just basically brain dead right now.
Oof. Alright, so he's gonna kind of watch them all kind of have a really bad time, struggling, groaning, moaning, and none of them can get up except one guy, and he'll kind of look over a little bit surprised and say, we got one. Come on over here. You pass.
The one guy
So
is
long it
like,
takes
oh,
your
you guys
friends."
are pansies.
And he'll kind of wait for the one guy that succeeded to take a step next to him and give him another best just to see actually how oof it is for the ones that aren't him.
Doing what now?
Another batch of saves just to see who kept up first, because it doesn't need multiple saves, but we'll see. If only they had advantage. Alright, so brain dead guy, oof. Everyone else is struggling, but one kind of gets up and he'll motion up, kind of succeeds after a bit to head on to his other side.
Those 2 natural 20s, holy shit.
Yeah, if only they had advantage, just what I was saying. It's depressing, dude. So you can feel free to put the other guy next to Aaron, and he'll end the effect of the spell, and he'll kind of get a little more
that
serious
18
of
be
the
the-
tone.
Is the 18 guy was the one who did it the first time?
No, if it was, it probably would have been like still brain dead, but oh, he rolled. I didn't know Mike rolled 5. He was only supposed to roll 4, since I would roll that one of them's just good in general. He'll kind of get a little more of a serious tone after he sees the other 3 that still have issues, and he'll say, "Well, seems like you guys aren't much in the way of willpower. we're gonna try something a little different for you, Batch. Maybe your
Intelligence.
forte is a bit more of a physical constitution. And what he'll do is like this is for flavor's sake, he's just going to throw this to kind of try and blind the other three.
You know, this reminds me of.
Oh god.
Oran's mean, but the other two that passed earned his respect. The other three, nah, earn it.
I'm guessing those are all fails.
Yeah, and they're all just kind of like, my eyes! And he's going to let the whole minute of them just suffering be a thing as he kind of looks over at the two at his sides and say, see, this is what winners get. You don't have to suffer the way they do. Keep that.
This
Oh
reminds
my
me, I
fucking
think this is
God.
the equivalent of them going through the gas chamber. Practice.
My dad.
Alright, there you are.
So you kind of look over at the general, like,
Alright.
more important knights. What are their reactions to his style of teaching? Like, just all three of them.
Well, to him, you're literally just casting. And these guys have been standing there, and slowly guys approached you, and now the other guys are freaking out.
Yeah, and they can't hold up to the magic, so none of them seem to have any real impression.
They haven't really puzzled out what you're doing yet.
Alright. So after they're done suffering for the whole yikes, the whole minute, because that spell's a bit of a he'll kind of let the spell go and he'll tell the other two to join back with the group and he'll say, alright, last thing that you need to know about magic is it can pack a punch. So,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to warn you in advance. Don't mess this up because the Infirmio will be the least of your issues.
You're gonna try to kill them?
No, he's gonna go for non-lethal of just trying to knock the shit out of them because
How do you
Are you trying to do
non-lethal a
Eldritch Blast on
spell?
them?
Not a warlock, but how do you non-lethal a spell? Like, yeah, I'm gonna fireball you, but I don't want it to kill you.
No, he's gonna use a spell that I can actually make an argument for rather than like oof. I'm trying to find it real quick. I know what I want. I just
Thunderclap?
well, there's
You-
thunderclap, but
Do you want me to do a thunderclap?
no.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
thunder clap your cheeks in a second.
Boy. You know what? So he is going to opt for fireball, but here's the thing: he's going to change that to thunder is taken as kind of like a bust of wind, right? Like just burst of wind going
Basically
towards
gets hit
him.
by a sound wave.
All right, so he's gonna basically put it so that he takes himself a step back because he knows what he's about to do. It's gonna caution the two that are somewhat near step back, and when everyone except the 5 here are away, he's gonna throw a thunder-based fireball, and I don't need to really roll the damage, but the DC is 16.
Okay.
Actually, no, my DC in this
Where'd you say you
game
were
is 15.
centering it?
So they have to all try.
Because I was not looking at that screen.
I mean, like I said, I would wait for them to move away, right, these two. But I'm centering in a way where I wouldn't hit myself, but it's going to hit them. So these guys gotta go, like, over here. They gotta go.
Get him out of here.
He's gonna use the thunder damage as a way of non-lethally killing these people. It's gonna knock the shit out of them, send them flying backwards and shit, but, you know, that's the point.
Why are you so mean to these people?
Because he comes from a tribal land. He's doing it similar to how Cal did it, where fit or strong enough to do it. That's too bad. That's 2. We got 2 more that need to make it.
Yeah, it's just being real slow right now.
All right.
Do you have the red bar of death?
Oof. Not that thing, man. That sucks. Every time I'm trying to do prep for my game, that thing comes up and I'm like, whee! Sometimes it takes progress away.
It only pops up for me when I'm doing like when my mother is on her tablet.
No. Glitch and roll the next one.
No, that's fine. So, I like to imagine one of them's a little more physically capable, but the two that succeeded, they still succeed, and the other two are knocked out, like just flat up. The other three, it still hurts like hell, but they're good. And there's no like proper physical damage of their bleeding or anything, but aching all over the body. And you kind of raise an eyebrow and say, 3 this time. Good. This is what you need to expect when you fight a typical wizard. This is their tried and true spell, although I made it a bit less lethal. It usually burns you to death.
Let's just say if you come across a wizard on the battlefield, get someone else who actually has wizard skill.
The best way to deal with the wizard is to close the distance and to take them out quickly. Restrict their hands. Don't give them the ability to use somatic components. If you can make them unable to talk, that'll take away the verbal components of most spells. Pretty much no spell is singularly just material, except those that you'd have to deal with martially.
Does these guys get like wizards on the battlefield?
They probably have some kind of healing, but, you know.
We're training the man.
So he's basically giving proper information and proper tutelage to the ones that are actually still standing, which is more than half, and everyone else that isn't currently involved. He's giving this as like a field-wide tutelage, and he's gonna say, well, as far as casting goes, you've seen that I've cast 3 spells. Typically, if you see a spell of that level, you have to expect around 8 or so total. Be careful of that. This is why you close the distance and don't give them the chance.
Or find someone who can dispel that magic.
These guys are martial. At a character he's teaching them specifically because they have a skill set.
I know.
Yeah. Man, he'll kind of look around and say, is anyone confused as to any bits of the way of casting? Anyone think that they can deal with this a bit better? You have one opportunity to prove yourself.
Raise my hand.
You wanna?
I mean, oh, sweet Jesus.
I mean, you are an adventurer, so I mean, he's gonna be a little less like, nah. See, you deal with it day to day. These guys, less so.
Then I jump in and take them out.
Jesus.
So if I read your intentions properly, the person you were intentionally trying to bait out does respond.
Wait, what happened? Oh. I like how he took a bait that wasn't intended as a bait for him. It's a bait for anyone. Alright.
Well, the other guy already got fucked up. Now this guy wants to prove his mettle.
Challenger.
Yeah.
I think he's thinking. Oh, he's asking like the guy if he wants it to be affected by a debilitation spell or a damaging spell.
He doesn't care. Throw whatever you think is best at him.
Well, you're fine.
Be nice. Now it's gonna be like, Aaron, come on now. Be nice.
And he's gonna go right for intelligence saving throw on this.
Crit.
Yeah, there's a reason that I think he's gonna have a bad time. So
Oh God.
I'm going to lucky that re-roll it. He doesn't get the nice treatment. Yes. And so he's just gonna start staring into fucking Lala and kind of walk over, right? He's gonna kind of walk over, and while he's kind of in his stupor, just turn him around, not stirring him from the stupor.
Where specifically did you center that, by the way?
Probably off to the side after telling people to move. Just assume that I'm not being a general asshole. But basically, he's gonna turn around and he's gonna start addressing the other knight that's still here, or both of them if the other guy got his mouth healed. And he's gonna say, "Now you see this. This is what happens when you have way too much hubris and you think you own the place. You don't. See, this guy over here," he'll point at the guy that got catapulted, "he earns my respect because he can take a beating and still stand strong.
We still got
This
knocked
guy
out,
earns
but...
my respect." He'll kind of adjust the tiefling. "This guy earns my respect because he knows when not to take a challenge that's clearly a bait. This guy, on the other hand, an actual idiot on the battlefield. Don't be like this." And kind of smack him upside the head and wake him up.
Yeah, that ends the hypnotic pattern on him, so he'll wake up out of his daze.
But yeah, the
Shit,
first thing he
okay.
hears is, "You failed." And he looks at him with an actual intimidating glare. The first time he's actually put on a mean face, not even to the random guys that he put on a mean face.
I'm about to say, you've intimidated a couple times.
He didn't need to roll intimidation or anything, return to passive. He just needed to be a mage. But yeah, that's all he's gonna do, unless the Dragonborn's salty enough to try and take something up with him. But yeah, no. He just called them out in front of everyone else in the forest.
Yeah, but he's unaware of that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
okay.
that's the best part, because now people can think of him differently, and he'll be none the...
Pretty much.
So, if he walks away, Arn's gonna kind of head back, and he'll look at the group and say, "So, is that it for everything we want to teach him?" They look pretty worn out.
I got a shit.
Unless the little ones have anything they want to throw at him, I think we're good.
You're cutting out. What'd you say?
Unless the little ones have anything they want to throw at him, I think we're good.
Wait, did you call me a little one or?
Yeah.
He was referring to you and Suki as little one.
Oh, fuck, I'm here. I didn't know I was here. Hi, I'm here, guys.
Yeah, I dropped you in a little bit.
Hey, didn't notice you.
I'm just that stealthy, you know? That's like my whole purpose.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So stealthy, I didn't even know I was here.
I don't know what to teach them. Only for if for medical or something like that.
Well, like,
So,
can't
we'll
go
say for the Dragonborn, the thing that probably hit him in pride still is that, well, one, the fact that he got called out on failing, but he knows he got smacked upside the back of the head to get whacked out of it. He knows exactly
I
what
thought it
Orin
was the
did.
tiefling who stepped up.
No, it's the top left guy, Dragonborn. TB. Bottom right is Teeth, in the blue text.
Yeah.
like
I
I would try and teach, but they're all like army men, right? They don't need a stealth. They're all trying to go up front and protect something.
Yeah.
You do things other than stealth. You do have magic now.
What?
A few things how to med people if one of them fall in the battlefield.
And go for it. That'd be a good one after all the shit they've gone through. There's 3 people that still have damage.
I don't need to waste time, so
Yeah,
I'll
there's several unconscious people on this field right now.
And I'll teach you all how to stab all the unconscious people. You just shank them right in their bellies.
Oh my god.
I would not because I don't want because I have a feeling you'd go and make a new character sheet with you.
Oh man, every week a new character?
That'd be fun.
Stop.
Nah, I need to get more attached to my characters.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine who you know those what were those people called the people those creatures that have like they're kind of like a suit of armor or something like that, like
Animated
mechs, but
armor.
they're like mechs, but they're or robots that are in D&D 5th edition. Can't remember their name.
Other than-
Warforged.
Yeah, I was like, other than Warforged, I have no idea what you're talking about.
one of my friends who wanted to do a campaign wanted to create a wooden warforge.
It's entirely possible. Nowhere does it say your warforge has to be made of metal.
Yeah. But
Wood-made warforge is druid friendly.
Technically, if you wanted to, you could be a flesh warforged.
He stopped wanting to
only
he
part
stopped
of you
wanting
has
to
to be
warforge
mechanical.
after we made a joke about warning wood.
God damn it.
Someone reference me.
No, you're female
So,
now.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't have a dick.
Not anymore.
Choppy.
So unless we got anything else that people want from us,
I will
probably good.
with that.
You know, 22, you could demonstrate basic
People and
field
show 'em how-
medicine on one of the unconscious people.
Half of
Yeah.
the people that I fucking smacked with a thunder fireball, and it's like, oof. Give them painkillers. Teach them the
Yeah.
proper amount to take so you don't get drowsy as a result of it. There you go.
Yeah, that +6 is pretty nice.
Just realized I also said I'm gonna thunderclap your cheeks earlier, but Suki can't do that.
Yeah.
Damn it! I want to be a male again.
You fool.
All my harassment gone.
I got a question. Are we ending off after this, or because I by a couple people that apparently I need to do something. Yikes.
We can.
Oh really?
Alright, let's do a little bit to get like our reward and just a little bit of RP if people are interested, because I know 2 players haven't been here for way too long.
I'm sorry, I just got back.
Damn, guys, it's one day of the week we ask from you. No.
Well, remember I have every day a campaign, so yeah.
So were you in another campaign, dude?
No, I was talking to my boss.
Okay. Let us say. So, I mean, if that's it, we probably head back, and Iron feels pretty good. Yeah, no, I feel like Nolly can just tell. It's because of the dick movie pulled. Specifically doing that spell. It was a big smirk. The whole time.
Hey, out of curiosity, is our houses on the map?
Not yet.
Probably. Oh.
How is that going anyway?
Well, it's 2 works in, so they're starting to cut lumber and transport it to the work site. Start building the framework the following week.
This is dope.
Guy, you know what I just realized?
Hmm.
We made farmer allies. And we have a place where we can grow things.
Oh my god.
Offer them a bigger place.
You know that my
We have more
human
slaves.
friend can grow shit, right?
That's just another slave, yeah.
So
I
basically,
mean, they'd get paid, unlike someone else can.
well, the funny thing about it is, what I'm planning, if it's okay with you guys, but I'd like to collect some seeds, maybe on our journeys. Maybe find some anything that could be used for potions and shit, and
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
and then sell it to the only potion maker in town.
Oh, so you mean me? No, I'm kidding. 'Cause I can make
No,
potions now, dum-dum.
Oh, yeah, I know you can make potions, but also,
But we can sell the potions for more.
yeah, for the Lich. And top it off, I don't mind having the Lich on our side.
No, he's chill. He's already ally of Arn. He's doing a spell exchange. Honestly, he's probably been making him some clerical spell scrolls
Hey,
if he
can you
provides
ask-
the materials.
Can you ask the Lich if he knows any teleportations or something like that? Any,
I would.
I'm pretty sure
I would
you've
know.
already asked that question of him at least twice.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I feel like that has been asked, but I guess I should ask because I would know. Does he? Because
I
I'll
know.
keep-
Yeah, so
Well,
you should have
well.
to
Say
pull
it,
up his
but I
spell
didn't
list.
have. I was hoping if he knows any nice beach locations.
God damn it! We already had one of those little
I'm
We had,
a
we
female.
had a hot spring episode. We didn't have a beach episode.
No,
and I want to
don't
have a
want
beach
to.
episode with Thorn.
Macy,
No,
what
I
we
don't
need
want
to
to.
do?
I don't have
No,
a dick anymore.
I know.
we need to get into season 2 proper to get the beach episode, because typically it's the other way around. We get a beach in the first season and a hot spring in the second.
Well, technically, we are in the second season because the Act 1 already ended.
Yeah, but we're like at the very start of it, you know? We don't start it off with the hot spring
So we're
episode.
here. I want to go here.
Where?
We already went there. That's thorough.
Did we? Wait, but there's a volcano. Did we go to that?
Yeah, the Jessup
Yeah.
Fire Lava
Remember?
Dragon Bar.
That was the
That
three
was where the hot spring
disappeared.
episode was.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
You missed
I
the
was-
whole battle scene, the whole fight, the.
That's when I had my internet thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, that's a bit sad.
That fucking sucks
love
dick, cunt.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think you missed the hot spring episode.
No,
No, he was there.
Nah, he wasn't
No.
into that.
I was the
Yeah.
whole episode. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
That was the
he
epi-
was there.
Yeah, that was the episode he came back for.
The best episode.
Ironic timing.
So, this is the beach thing, huh?
It's
probably
a port town.
Yeah, it's a port
Yeah,
town.
Which town?
Quatis Bay, I believe he's playing to. I don't have a name down here.
So is this Atlantis?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
The DM hasn't decided, probably because it wasn't in the original map, and I put it there because why not?
Hey, I saw blue. I saw places. Little Mermaid.
But yeah, thing I
Is that
forgot
the-
to mention way back at the start of the session is during our week off, the first snows began to fall.
Nice.
Winter's
We
coming.
are officially in winter.
Hell.
Yeah, winter's coming.
Winter is here.
Wait. Oh wait.
Oh, winter is
So
here.
so when we get back, what exactly do we get for the payment of? Quite honestly, all of us enjoying our time.
Did I get paid for just appearing here?
It was
No.
100.
We can say you did something, but
Nah, I'm dead. That's fine. If I don't get paid.
what do you?
The reward was 150 gold.
What?
The
What?
reward was 150 gold. And I'm
Oh,
tallying experience. If you want to give me a minute.
Wait, is that for everybody or each?
Each.
Okay.
For
then I will
everyone?
take money.
Alright.
Because if
Yeah.
it was-
Moochers.
honestly, I think the only thing you guys probably don't qualify fee, but I mean money. You were there. They
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, XP's fun too. I like that. I like XP.
You right. Look, real
No,
talk.
no,
Wow,
whatever Dion wants.
no, like real talk. Before I got like a little bit ahead of you guys. I'm just like, can I give some XP to somebody? That's
Just
not how
give
it
it
works.
to
I'm
me.
like, damn it.
Could you like put your XP on a scroll and give it to someone? I don't know.
Say Minecraft,
It's
damn
not
it.
like
No,
Minecraft.
I
Give
think,
me, give me the lapis lazuli.
I think that'd be more the equivalent of me writing a book and you reading it to learn from my experience
Fuck
in a more
off.
literal sense. And I
Don't
think your
read.
character, I think your character would be like, meh, throws a book.
So yeah,
Maybe
we got
Suki would be a little
700
more down by
experience
toward-
for beating the shit out of those guards.
So
I
700.
watched like him do two
700.
spells.
700.
Yep.
My dick smells like Cheerios. I mean my pussy, cause I don't got one no more. I feel really bad. If your videos were monetized, they would no longer be monetized.
Alright, well, unless something is gonna happen that leads into the next session, I think I gotta go. Because I'm really getting pestered at the moment.
I think we're good to end it here.